Welcome back once again, everybody, back to the Appalachian. We're on location as usual, and with all the new restrictions coming into play, we could be doing it at our home location soon. We're not sure. We're going to see how this all plays out over the next couple of days. They're all coming out. From what I understand, it's only half capacity that they're going to. It's not like they're going to a 10% capacity or something like that.
I'm just sick and tired of it all.
All of it. I'm fed up with it. Big Daddy Russ Horton, myself, Leah, and Leah Lylewood, bringing you your local news on our Loosey Goosey show. Thanks for tuning in once again. Brought to you by, like you say, our friends here at the Appalachian who are doing their Christmas turkey dinner once again.
I can smell it.
So,
right now I can smell food. I don't know what it is, but it smells good.
Might want to put your mic on the outside.
Yeah, on the outside?
Well,
they can hear me fumbling, can't they? I'm fumbling, folks.
The closer it is to your bottom lip, the bottom lip. Yeah. He's dropping it and everything. So, like I said, Loosey Goosey show right here, our Christmas edition. Are we doing one next week?
Yeah. What's the date next week?
24th, Christmas Eve?
No, I would say no.
What about Thursday? We'll talk about it later.
We'll talk about it, but
Thursday, that'll be fun for me.
We'll talk about it later.
All right, well, we'll check it out, yeah. Or you guys can do your own thing. I don't know. Sure. Well, I keep forgetting it's close now.
yeah,
Christmas is coming.
It's not far off. So a big Merry Christmas to everybody if we don't see you next week.
How are we going to read serious newscasts looking like this? This is Leah's fault.
This is Leah's doing.
Oh, come on,
I feel like I'm just kidding. I feel like Alistair.
Spirit, guys.
Yeah. You might be a bit of cheese, an undigested bit of beef. Yeah. Okay, so the big news is the Omicron, I guess, and have you noticed?
How did they get these names?
Have you noticed that Premier Ford, as much as I love him, is starting to look like a Batman character with his makeup on? He looks like one of the criminals on Batman from the '60s. I just noticed that. It's just because when the light hits him, his makeup.
Yeah.
It's
his dress is getting.
Yes, he's putting too much makeup on, I think. Much as I love him, But he's giving us some bad news, of course, with the Omicron.
Yeah.
And new restrictions are coming in.
Halton numbers are up, from what I understand, too.
Halton are 201 as of Friday, 50 in Halton Hills alone.
Wow.
Of the new Omicron. And here we are, vaccinated, fully vaccinated. Now they're saying booster shots. And we had a robbery in Georgetown. King Cove Pharmacy was robbed.
Was that the one I sent you? Is that
yes.
Today?
Some kids, apparently, young kids. I'm not that sure it's a fresh story, but that's right off the wire. And of course, that's the big news right now. And of course, we're brought to you by, as always, Max Tires, 905-877-9255. Lowest prices on tires. They fix cars, they fix trucks. Fred's Towing looking for drivers. Easy Taxi looking for drivers. And that's about, the top news is, once again, COVID-19.
Yeah.
And away we go again.
Omicron, or whatever the hell they're calling
Omicron.
it. Omicron.
Yeah.
No, like I said, the worst part is when you talk to everybody, ourselves included, most people's comments always seem to come back to that same comment, is I'm sick and tired of it already, and we're still got another X amount of time to go through it all.
I don't think that in my lifetime we'll see the end of it. I think really, seriously, it'll be around forever.
So sad.
Whatever this is, it's going to be like the flu bug, and it's going to be here, and we're stuck with it. And we have to deal with it.
So we're still working with the Georgetown Chamber of Commerce, or Halton Hills Chamber of Commerce, I should say, and we're talking about shop local and hashtag shop local. And this is a cool story. The Mexican Way opened up quite a while ago, but they replaced the whole facade, the whole front of the building, and it was all done through a municipality community improvement program, and it was a grant that they got to be able to do the front of the building up. So that was very cool. They had a grand opening with the mayor there the other day, and we've got a story about the mayor coming up shortly. So it was good to see more businesses that are still being able to open and function in this.
Let's hope they hang on.
Mad, screwy world thing that's going on with us right now, because not even just us, you look at some of the numbers around the world, Britain, 80,000, 80 plus thousand.
They called off a Premier League soccer match yesterday because of it.
And they're now talking about a lot of the professional sports even here. Look at what's going on.
We might end up back in the bubble again.
Yeah.
You can't take our sports away.
Yeah.
For you know me. I mean, I
Join the club.
But if they put them in a bubble, I guess. But I don't want to get to that again.
I know.
You see the fans at the games having fun, having a hot dog, watching the hockey game, watching the basketball game, whatever. And now they're saying, 50%, right?
The Montreal
What is
game.
that really going to do? And hockey arenas aren't ventilated like baseball stadiums. Okay, you got the entire sky, unless you open the dome or whatever.
And same with football. And same with football for that matter too, as well. They're outdoors.
They're outdoors, but hockey is indoors, and that is the problem.
Yeah.
The ventilation is the problem. So let's have a look at some of the stories. The incidence rate, of course, COVID-19 infections in Halton is moving up, with local health officials reporting a large increase in numbers by the famed Omicron variant. According to Halton Associated Medical Officer of Health, Dr. Deepika Lobo,
There's an interesting one.
yes, cases across the area have been rapidly increasing since mid-November. We've all noticed it, and now we're really starting to notice it. We're
did
now
we hit
seeing
today?
an
How many
average
did you say?
64 cases
It's
per
over
day
3,000.
average.
Over
That's gone up.
3,000.
In Ontario.
Gone up.
Like
And,
3,100 or something.
So is this the third wave, the fourth wave, the fifth, the sixth, or seventh? I can't remember.
I can't remember. We've been
I'm
hammered by
trying to
so many
remember the
waves.
first movie with
I
Jason
stopped
coming out of the
counting
water.
after the first year.
We're starting
It's
to
a
get into the
bad
Rocky
movie.
movies.
Like Friday the 13th. I watched the first one, but the other 13 were ridiculous.
Yeah.
All right, so Omicron, or whatever this thing is going to be our centerpiece for the next short time. I hope short time, until another variant is named.
Yeah.
And another angel.
Yeah. Another one created somewhere down the line. And
Another angel gets his wings when the bell rings. Another Omicron, another variant name to deal with. But right now, Omicron is number one on the charts, folks.
yeah. There you go.
I don't know what they're going to be next week. Might be another one taking them over.
COVID-19
We should
is
do
now
a
taking
COVID.
a step down to
We should
the
tape.
number 2 spot.
Do my radio show on COVID. We'll have the COVID countdown. You know what I mean, baby? Top 20. The top 20 songs of the COVID era. Oh God. Is that all in my future?
It's a
You know
good
what?
possibility. A very
That's
good
what's going to
possibility.
happen. You know that. Everything's going to be
All right.
referred back to. Remember that time when COVID was here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I first started reading about COVID on the news, I called it COVID.
Yeah, I
didn't know
remember
what the hell
that.
it was.
I remember that.
Remember?
I do remember
None of us
that.
in the news knew what it was. COVID. And then the day after, I got a message from my buddy in Peterborough saying, it's been with us 2 years now.
Yeah.
Congratulations, happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Merry freaking Christmas.
Yeah.
We talked about this story, I think it was at the beginning of the summer, and he's now been charged. The former executive director of the local John Howard Society has been charged with multiple criminal offenses, which include fraud and breach of trust. Peel Regional Police arrested a 51-year-old Mississauga man on November 5th, charging him with fraud over $5,000, breach of trust, and 6 counts of uttering forged documents, according to court documents and information received. Peel Police didn't post any of this information about this arrest, but these charges come from incidents that happened from November 2012 to September 2019, while he was a trustee of the John Howard Society, and documents went on to comment. So
Bit of hot water, that fella.
yeah, a little bit of time to investigate that, but some white collar crime going on there.
Yeah, got your hands caught in the cookie jar there, I guess. But
But
we'll see what happens.
He's arrested, he's innocent until proven
That's
guilty,
right.
I guess.
That's
so.
right. He's innocent until who knows? He might be. This is a terrible accident that happened the other night, or I guess around 5:45 at night. A section of Trafalgar Road, Georgetown. It was closed Thursday as police investigated a collision that left a 73-year-old woman with life-threatening injuries. According to Halton Regional Police, the woman was coming northbound on Trafalgar between 10 and 15 side road. That's that real open stretch there.
Yeah.
And the wind catches you, and you know how windy it was. A 30-foot trailer being hauled by a southbound pickup truck blew into her lane. and knocked her into the field.
Wow.
Halton Hills Fire responded to the location and removed the woman, who was transported to Hamilton General in critical condition. And we haven't heard how she is. We hope she's okay. I don't know even if she's a local lady.
Yeah.
But what a horrific.
Well, those winds, I got to tell you, that's some crazy stuff, man. Like we were doing the Georgetown market there downtown on last Saturday when we had those crazy winds, and I had speakers blowing down people's tables, and these tables are loaded with heavy stuff. Like it was heavy stuff, and these tables were going, whoop, just gone.
Yeah.
Right, every tent. There wasn't a tent standing left. They were all gone.
Well, that was the north end of that horrific storm they had in Kentucky and down through the states. And, can you imagine a tornado touching down for 300 miles and not leaving? And everything in that on the ground in that 300 path was done. People up here we don't realize the devastation.
You're finding
Kentucky
your car in another state.
Yeah.
There was a woman who actually had her cell phone in her hand, and they found it 250 miles away.
Wow. Let me tell you a story. A buddy of mine lived in Barrie back up in the 80s when I worked up in that area, and his house was leveled, and they found his phone in Orangeville. From Barrie to Orangeville.
Yeah.
Yep.
So when these winds take you, and you're dealing with Mother Nature here, and it's powerful.
Ain't no roller coaster like that, baby.
I know. And stay out of trailer parks.
So after 19 years, our beloved Mayor Rick Burnett, who we just love hanging out with him. And
he's a buddy.
He's a great guy. He is not seeking re-election in the next election. His announcement Tuesday drew several noticeable O's from those gathered at the Halton Hills Chamber of Commerce annual Mayor's Lunch. Burnett has served on Halton Hills Council for 4 decades, since first being elected as a councillor at the age of 27.
Hey, good for him.
Yeah, I've known Rick. My oldest sister went to school with Rick.
Yeah.
And so I've known Rick since pretty much high school. And,
Rick's a regular guy. And that's why he's such a successul mayor, because he's one of us. And, you can talk to Rick about anything.
Anything.
And he's a friend as well.
He always stops in to see us.
And he always says hello. And we work with his office every day.
Every day,
of course.
Every day. Yeah.
And it'll be interesting to see who steps up to the plate.
Yeah.
I have a few ideas, but I'm not going to say anything yet. I'm not running.
I'm not running.
I can't even walk properly, never mind run. But
I've had a lot of.
I think you should.
I know. I've had a lot of people say that to me, that I should run.
If you were the mayor, let me think here. Wow.
I'd be your assistant.
And I could be. I would be your.
I think a lot of it is just because I got a big mouth, and people tend to flock to that sometimes. Because
you'd be a good mayor.
I do say what I think I could. I think I could do the job. We have a super non-qualified moron of a prime minister and running our country. So I think I could do a pretty good job as a mayor. So somebody nominates me, maybe I'll do it. I don't know.
Well,
it'd be interesting to
have
run.
some fun with it. But I can think of some people coming out of the woodwork.
But I tell you, it would be definitely very, very hard to fill Rick's shoes, regardless of who goes in to be mayor. Would definitely have a very challenging time filling his shoes. Rick also commented, "It's been a privilege and a total honor and most humbling experience to become mayor of this wonderful town." He mentioned as the town's longest serving mayor as well. So very cool. Burnett thanked all the councillors, all the town staff, and of course his wife, Josie. So,
Josie's a rock star.
Josie's been by his side, super strong, and
quite a character. Josie.
Just a solid people, and just did nothing but look out for the people of Halton Hills. So
that's right, and he loves the town.
Sad to see him go.
And we will, of course, remain friends, and we got to get him on the show now.
Oh, now we got to get him on.
I mean,
sure.
Can you imagine him between the two of us? Oh my God!
It'd be like her standing between the two of us.
And then her, of course, between the two of us. We got to get her more on the camera. You know what I mean? Yeah. Anyway, So I'm shocked. I really am. I thought he was going to do another one,
No,
but
I knew he wasn't.
40 years is enough. Mayor Rick, thank you so much.
He's mentioned before that he wanted to, and he did, but this isn't the first
Well,
time that
nobody
he's mentioned it.
ran in the last election, really. There really wasn't anybody, there was,
They knew COVID was coming.
and that was it, maybe, yeah. And again, he's worked through all of this, and he's done, him and his office have done an outstanding job through this whole thing, I think, really. So.
He's a great mayor.
Yeah.
Great mayor. All right, several new COVID-19 cases, of course, happening in Halton District School Board schools as the Omicron variant surges across the province. Halton District School Board posting new cases at, I'll go through them. Limehouse Public School, one student case, Ethel Gardner, one student case at George Kennedy, 4 student cases at GDHS, and of course in Milton Oakville as well. They are going up. So we're getting the schools with, but that's expected. Of course, it's happening everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's not just.
Well, I was saying there's 30% of the schools in Toronto have closed.
Yeah.
They've all had cases of COVID, so yeah, it's Again, we knew this. We talked about this when they were sending them back to school. We knew that the numbers.
Well, they're having the kids take stuff home from their lockers just in case they're locked out again.
Yeah.
And that could happen over Christmas.
Yeah, I think it will. I think if the numbers stay where they're going right now, they won't be coming back from the Christmas break. I don't think.
Just for a second here, I have a big family. We're getting together in Caledon. I don't know how many of us there are. Are we allowed to do that now or not?
Well, this is it. I don't think they've come out with real numbers yet.
It's coming. You'll find out soon.
Do you think that?
I'm
Because
sure.
we're every family is planning something.
Oh God, yeah.
We have to know.
There was something said that they were looking at as long as you were all vaccinated, and even then to be careful and do your space and all the other stuff. But there was at one point kind of a ruling of make sure everybody's vaccinated. So I don't know. It wasn't ruled, so.
Going on with you?
Yeah, the Georgetown community, I didn't even know about this story until you sent it to me, lost one of its most beloved people who was a dedicated volunteer and a consummate professional for and with the love of dressing up. Is it Graham Gobel?
Gobel.
Who was Georgetown's 2012 Citizen of the Year, sadly died at the age of 88 last Sunday, according to the information from Jones Funeral Home in Georgetown. Describing him as a man of great integrity, Doug Penrice of Georgetown Lions Club mentioned that Gobel had added so much to the town throughout his volunteer work and fundraising abilities over the past 50 years.
Yeah, he's quite a guy. Community, he did a lot for the community, and he was a well-loved person, a well-loved man.
Yeah.
And Jones Funeral Home was packed, absolutely packed.
Which again, we'll probably get into a situation where we can't even do that again. So weddings and
Can't even say goodbye to a friend.
yeah.
It's terrible.
So
Now, you remember last summer we were all excited about Tessa Chiapluka, who was a swimmer in Georgetown, right?
Did
Georgetown.
very well in the Olympics.
Did
Yes.
very well in the Olympics. Even being in the Olympics. Now, listen to this. The Canadian women had a strong start at the World Short Course Swimming Championship, taking 3 medals, including a couple of gold on Thursday in Abu Dhabi.
Right.
You and I frequent Abu Dhabi,
Yeah,
of course.
yeah.
In our
We're catching
hats,
a flight out of
in
here
our hats.
tonight.
Yes, as a matter of fact,
We
we
got the
are.
jet
Yes.
back here at the Appalachian.
And you'd be surprised what we do. Our own Tessa Chiapluka.
Yes.
And when she took gold in the women's 400-meter individual medley in a personal best effort. You
Great
don't know
job.
how proud we are of you.
Yeah, very
A
proud.
gold medal. A Georgetown gal, one of our own. Chiapluka, of course, from Georgetown, took the lead for good at the 250 mark, finished with a time of 4 minutes, 25.55 seconds, which is 0.97 seconds ahead of Ireland's Ellen Walsh and American Melanie Margalis. She took the bronze. But Tessa, congratulations.
You and I would have had a heart attack just doing half of that.
Yeah, I would have had a heart attack watching Tessa win it. Yeah. You know what I mean? She's such a great gal, too. There's somebody else we have to acknowledge.
No, we're so
When she's
proud
not
of
in
her.
Abu Dhabi, of course.
Well, that too. Well, we might
We do a
interview her
Zoom,
when we're
yeah.
over there.
Yeah, when we're there.
Yeah, we'll just do an interview with her there.
At the local Timmy's.
Yeah. It's a local.
having a coffee at a
Or
donut.
McDonald's, one or the other.
You better check the travel restrictions first.
Yeah,
though.
well, I know. I don't know what it's like going to Abu Dhabi, the same as going anywhere right now.
Pretty much, I think so. The Halton District School Board posted Monday evening that students are getting COVID-19 rapid antigen screening tests to take home for the winter break. By Thursday, all Halton District School Board students will receive a sealed kit containing 5 tests to bring home with them for use during the winter break, or the Christmas break, I guess you want to call it. Families are encouraged to conduct the rapid antigen tests with their child over the break, and the board mentioned in notification to families. So, these rapid tests, and it's like people are lining up for them and they're going crazy for them. And when places like CP24 and CTV News are posting that LCBO has these tests, not all the LCBOs have the test. The ones in Toronto do, but the outer skirts, the outer part of the GTA, none of them have them and aren't supposed to get them for quite some time, like a week or so.
Wow.
So people don't. The other day I went by the Acton LCBO going to No Frills, and there was a lineup. And it was people going in just to find out that they lined up outside and waited to go in and find out that they can't get them. And it was just like, it was very bizarre. And
It's okay, just give me my bottle, I'll be on my way.
Again, they're putting this information out there, but it's really wishy-washy information, so people just check ahead of time. Same with your booster shots. There's a lot of pharmacies that are still appointment only. You can't just walk in and get a booster done.
And Helson, the Gellert Center as well. I think.
Same thing. You
the
still need to make an appointment to walk in. You want to walk in and wait for a long period of time, maybe you'll get one, but a lot of these pharmacies and these clinics are saying they're still appointment only. The ones that are walk-in are in Toronto, where the mass amount of people are. So people, don't just take the news at face value. Do a little research and find out before you just go walking in. So.
All right, the Raiders are they're not playing up to par lately.
They've kind of had a little
fallen a little short. Led by a couple of goals from Chase Streicheluk. The Oakville Blades took both of the home and homes, with the Raiders defeating Georgetown 4-0 in OJHL action. Mold Masters, that was last Saturday. And of course, we go through the whole week with them because they're only on once a week. The Milton Menace then pounded on the Raiders 5-1 Sunday evening at the Milton Memorial Arena. And the boys are in Burlington tonight, Friday night, take on the Cougars. And then
that's always a good rivalry.
Then we're playing Collingwood at the old barn on Guelph Street there on Saturday night. So why don't you grab your family, have a hot dog, go watch a hockey game like Canadians do.
Drop the kids off.
Because our numbers, I'll tell you right now, I do the national junior B hockey across Canada. Our numbers are disgusting. You've got 800-900 people going to a game in Wetaskiwin, Alberta, and you've got 55-60 going in Georgetown. There's something wrong here. Maybe we have too much to entertain us.
Maybe.
But this is our local hockey team.
Yeah.
And back in the day when I was a kid, they used to line up around Memorial Arena to go see the Raiders.
Oh God, yeah.
I went with my dad every Saturday morning religiously when Elk.
I've always had two teams in my world: the Leafs and the Raiders. And I always follow them. If I can't get to a game, I'll go to YouTube. And they're available on the internet. They have their own website.
They have their own channel and everything.
You want to know what the score is for the Raiders game? Go to Point Streak. That's what I do. That's where I get my information from. All of the games are on there. There's also an hour show called OJHL Today, or OJHL. But there's a show for an hour every week that lets you learn about the players and the teams in the OJHL, because
a good chunk of these guys are going to end up in the big league.
Many of them end up in that's the next step: the OHL, WHL, QMJHL, and then the NHL. And we're one step below that. This is high grade hockey we're having here. And let's get out and share, because we need some wins. We gotta.
I got hooked years and years and years ago when I moved back to Georgetown, and we had the NHL lockout, and me and two other neighbors would always watch the Leaf game at one garage or another. Well, when the lockout happened, we started going to the Raider games.
Of course.
So after that, we were going all the time. And
I love going to a Raider game, having a hot dog.
It's good hockey.
With Bob Bairstow, who's probably the biggest Raiders fan in the world.
Yeah.
And I miss that. And
I went to school with Bob.
yeah. Well, Bob was your teacher, probably. Mr. Bairstow.
His son, though.
Oh, his son, yeah. Bob's been around for years. He loves hockey, and he loves. I love the local spirit he has.
Yeah.
The Bulldogs too. He's there all the time, and we're always talking on Facebook. How do you like the game last night, Bob? I like that. Everybody should have that attitude. How did the Raiders do? We're going into Burlington tonight. We got to win. Let's win.
Yeah, I love that rivalry with the Cougars, man.
Cougars
I
and
do.
Milton and Oakville is a big one. It's a four-way. It's a Halton. It's just a thing.
My favorite people in the world just keep making the news every day. The Halton Catholic District School Board has been given legal opinion that supports a policy that came under the microscope from students earlier this year. And we talked about this story. Policy I-26 governs the requirements of who can be a student trustee on the Halton Catholic District School Board. This policy includes a section stating that in order to qualify for a position of student trustee, you must have an active parish membership and a regular mass attendance. That section was picked apart by students who say it discriminates against disadvantages and disadvantages the sizable percentage of non-Catholic students on school boards. Andrew Locan, a lawyer with Polaire Rowland Barristers, mentioned in a statement that policy may well be discriminatory, but Catholic school boards have a special position within the country. That comment right there just goes to prove how much power the Catholic Church has in this country. The fact that they can discriminate against religion. Nobody else in this country can discriminate against religion. It is against the law in this country, except the Catholic District School Board. To me, that is just asinine.
I can't believe that.
Completely asinine.
Yeah.
That's how much power the churches have. Churches need to be starting to pay taxes. If they have that much power, they need to start paying taxes in this country, and we could be debt-free in less than 5 years.
And,
Most definitely.
We'd be debt-free in 5 years.
Oh, yeah.
I tell you, some rules for some people and some rules for other people, which is not right.
That's sad.
It's not right.
That's not the way our country is. That's not about freedom.
If
That
you
is
do
about
want a bit of
religion.
entertainment,
That is
if you
not
do
about
want-
freedom. It's about religion, and religion is not freedom.
If you do want a bit of entertainment, though, I suggest you join Jerry Springer and the gang.
Yeah,
For
absolutely.
the next meeting, because they'll. We should get the audience to participate in the meetings, which would really make it interesting.
Oh God, yeah. Like I said, we need security. We need all of that stuff.
They seem like we're cutting this up, and we are in a way because it's so dumb the way they act with each other.
Absolutely.
These are human beings that are adults, and they should act as adults around each other. You know what I mean? And there's the rock star right there.
Right there.
There he is, Manny.
An hour and a half.
Yeah. Oh, he's getting ready.
Restrictions for Sunday?
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. I
Yeah.
know.
Once again, we've talked about
Yeah, it's getting crazy, isn't it?
We're talking with Manny, the owner here at Appalachian.
Manny's
and-
on tonight. Is
and,
Manny on tonight?
Yeah, they're on tonight, and they got Larry Melton in tomorrow,
And a big show coming up. Well, let's hope.
maybe.
Jesus, can you believe
No,
this?
no.
How much work have they done to put this show together?
Oh yeah.
Let's hope
Like
it-
the amount of work they've done here at the Appalachian, building the stage and booking some amazing acts in here. Now to just get screwed over again.
This is such a great place, and Larry Melton every Wednesday night
Yeah.
for the food bank. He's such a big heart.
Now Manny,
And
see if he's still doing the Christmas dinner.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're still
All right,
doing the
yeah.
Christmas dinner.
All right.
That reminds me, I have to
Yeah,
buy
because
mine
you
right
don't have
now.
to be here.
Yeah.
You can take it. You
Yeah.
don't have to be here.
Well, this
right?
is it. We're getting into these restrictions, but there's still takeout, people. You can still do takeout. Like I
And-
say, it's 905-877-9888, and you can pre-order your Christmas dinner. Come in, pick it up, and take it home.
Yeah, and please try and, wherever they're ordering from, don't you skip the dishes. and
Yes,
everything,
please
because
don't.
it affects the business.
It absolutely does.
much.
Everybody thinks
know.
these apps, these delivery apps are so wonderful. Well, they're taking money from the business to do so. And you can get your butt in your car and drive your car down over there and go pick it up.
That's what I do. That's what I'm doing. I'm paying for
Like,
my
come
turkey
on,
dinner today.
have we gotten this freaking lazy? I can be lazy too, don't get me wrong, but I have never used skip dishes and I never will use them. I will always get in my car. Yeah, I will get in my car and I will go pick it up. And you got the odd person that needs it. But you know what? If you actually
use that establishment, if they have
you know what?
delivery, use it.
If you absolutely need to have delivery to your home, ask the establishment. I bet you for $10 or $15, the same thing Uber would charge you or whatever would do the same thing. So please check with your local establishment and don't use skip dishes. They take money from these businesses in a time they are profiting when the business that you're ordering from is not. So you're making the wrong company profit.
Who is this here? Oh, it's Santa Claus.
Oh.
Are you sure that's not an old Easy Taxi driver?
I thought it looked like him, but I wasn't sure.
John,
Well,
you
you're
called him
getting- you're-
Whistling John. He
you're
looked like
getting there.
Santa Claus, yeah.
You're getting there.
Maybe this is a replica of Big Daddy.
God. Can you imagine? Here we are reading serious news stories in these festive hats. And we're very festive. Of course, we've got
It
our
is
dinner.
Christmas. It is Christmas
It's
time.
the season.
Oh,
We
by
actually
the way,
both have our jackets.
I talked to JV Clothing, and I'm purchasing a bunch of Acton dinner jackets for my family and for other people, the listeners and stuff. And John is going to put the words "official Acton dinner jacket" on every one on the sleeve.
Oh, right on.
Is he gonna? Can he soup ours up too?
Yes, I want him to soup ours up because we're the official guys,
We
right?
have to have that on ours too.
And I think
Well,
John,
see,
John
this
might
would
be
make
sewing.
ours more valuable in the future because they'd be different.
Yeah. And he says to me, "Why are you picking on Acton?" I said, "I love Acton. I'm not. This is all done out of love
Yeah.
for the fact that my hometown is a place where I go to escape the rest of the world.
Yeah.
And if we wear Acton dinner jackets, we wear Acton dinner jackets. That's the way we are. It's not to cut people up. It's
No.
to say, this is Georgetown, Acton. Well, more Acton. I guess we got to, I don't know why.
I've never had anybody really say anything negative about it.
It's
so
fun. It's just
it's all
something
about
that
fun.
we do.
A lot of people have commented when we first started wearing them.
Yeah.
You know what
how much
really
they
bugs?
like them.
You know what really bugs me is on the internet. You'll see the odd shot at Acton. You know, from Toronto. Oh, it had to be an Acton to have. I don't like that, and that's why I'm doing the Acton dinner jacket to say, you know what? We may be country boys.
I grew up
girls,
wearing
but
blue
we
and
love
red
life.
lumberjackets, man.
Right. And then, all right. So here we go. Now. We're gonna wrap her, I guess.
Yeah,
She's
we're pretty
giving
much
me the finger
wrapping
there.
her up. So, like I say, I want to remind people, the Appalachian here, 905-877-9888. Order your Christmas dinner now. Get it
Yeah,
order
get it in.
in now.
Get it.
It's an amazing meal for $25. I'm telling you, it's a massive amount of food. It is worth it. It'll save you all kinds of crazy time. And we're going to keep you up to date on what goes on with the restrictions that are going out. And
Don't forget,
we're-
Larry Melton is here every Wednesday night for
we're-
the food bank.
We're hoping.
Yeah.
We're hoping,
Yeah.
you know, we
busy
do, you
now.
know,
Look at the tables.
you know, you can still manage any donations to the food bank, whether the Georgetown Food Bank or the Acton Food Share as well. And yeah, we don't know if we're going to be back next week, but it's a good possibility we could be filming next week. But if not, you know, we just
I'd like to say hi to Max Tires, of course, 905-877-9255, and a big hello to Gujar, the manager of Max Tires, who watches every single show we do. How you doing, buddy? Good guy, and go and see the guys. Best deals in town on tires, and they fix vehicles. They have Jamie there. They have Smudge. They have Wendell. Great mechanics. But book ahead. 905-877-9255. And I'm not going to forget this weekend. I am going to say it. Why don't you guys say it? Why don't you guys say it? You guys say it.
communities driven by community.
Community is driven by community,
You navigate.
and we
We'll
thrive.
thrive.
There it is.
I created it. I know what it is.
Manny, show your face there before. Oh, he's carrying a big speaker.
He's kind of busy.
Yeah, he is.
He's
He's getting
All right,
ready to go
guys.
on.
Thank you for tuning in every week like you do. We love all our viewers and our listeners and all of that stuff. If we don't see you next week,
There he is.
There he is.
There he is.
Say
The
Merry
big
Christmas.
fella.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Right on,
Thanks you guys
guys.
for all your support. Love
Right
it.
on.
Cheers.
Thank these guys too. They're the bomb.
Right
Thanks,
on.
brother.
Thank
So,
you.
from Big Daddy Russ and myself, Leah Lywood, we want to wish you a safe and merry, merry, merry Christmas.
Be with your family if you can. Love your family and take every day, live in the moment. Don't forget. And can I hit? Okay, there you go. There we are.
Cheers, everybody.